WhisperSister. I may not be making any videos for a while. That's not for sure, but the way I feel right now, I think I need to take a break from YouTube in general, just for personal reasons. I've been really, really struggling the last couple of days. Like, to the point where I couldn't get out of bed. And I was terrified to be alone. And I actually called my ex on Saturday morning and asked him if he would come over, and he just stayed with me all day and rubbed my hair while I fell asleep, got me food, even though I could hardly eat. And then I went over to his house on Saturday and spent the night there. And I don't know if that's a very good idea. Not because anything is going to happen between us, but just seeing my animals and sleeping in that bed, it just felt too comfortable, you know, too tempting to go back to what's safe. Because, I don't know. I feel like I have changed almost everything in my outside circumstances, when really the one thing I needed to change was inside. And yeah, some of those outside things also needed to change, but the fact that I've changed them all now that it's really, really sinking in that what I need to do inside, all of the unfamiliarity and uncertainty of my surroundings is making it even more difficult and even less safe feeling. And the last couple of days I've literally just felt like I needed to curl in a ball and just stop living. Not that I want to die, but I just got to that point where I couldn't even handle living. I'm still kind of there, actually. I don't know how I'm going to get through work this week, and I have things happening at work that I have to be on the ball for, you know. So, anyway, what is ahead of me, what is called for here, is to somehow change some of the absolutely fundamental beliefs that I have about myself. Or at least learn how to manage them. It's things that I've never been able to change before, never been able to really master. I have to. When I left my boyfriend, my ex, as I've mentioned, there was someone who kind of helped me to start to gain confidence in myself that I never knew I could have. For almost my whole life, as long as I can remember, although there must have been a time before this, I've had this tape playing in my head telling me that I don't deserve what I really want, and that I'm unworthy and incapable of being okay on my own, by myself, just exactly as I am, that there's always something wrong with me, something I need to change or fix. I won't get into what those things are. it's not just me, but it doesn't make it any better knowing that. And when this person came along and made me, responded to me in a way that no one else had, what it did was it gave me the courage to actually consider that maybe I am worthy and maybe I am okay the way I am. But now, at least for now, maybe forever, that person is no longer able to do that for me, and shouldn't anyway. I knew all along I shouldn't be doing it, shouldn't be letting that happen, but I did. I shouldn't have been pinning it on them, which I did, even though I said I wasn't, I was. And now that I have to do it for myself, it's like I just barely started to believe that, you know what I mean? Like it just barely started to take root, and I don't know if I don't think it has settled in enough to combat that looping message that's been decades at work on me, that I'm just crap, It was only a couple of months of thinking something other than that, and even then, the whole time, as soon as I start to consider that I'm okay the way I am, that message will just pipe up and fight back with so much strength, more strength than I have, I think. So, I have to get in touch with the only source that can actually give me that sense of inner acceptance, which is not another person. It can never be another person. And I don't have it within just myself. It's, God. What I would call God, because that's the terminology that I'm familiar with. It's the strength that I just don't have on my own, and that I can't rely on another person for, because as long as I do that, then I will always be vulnerable and scared to lose that person, and I really want someday to be able to have a relationship with someone who understands me and really gets me and inspires me. And I want to be ready at that point to be okay with myself, so that I'm not relying on that person to make me feel okay. I wanted to be ready for that now, but I wasn't. And now I'm just left in a panic, basically. I'm absolutely terrified at the prospect of going through life alone, and I know I won't, but the idea of being responsible for myself, really responsible for myself, is really scary, and I know a lot of it is my mind has just been absolutely tormenting me the last couple of days. It's just taken me to all kinds of hellish places, and I haven't had the strength to see those thoughts for what they are, just thoughts. I've been basically dreaming while awake and just getting taken on all these crazy nightmares that just seem so real, because you say it's just a thought, but as soon as you have that thought and you let it in, your whole body corresponds to reflect it. You get anxious, your stomach is tied up, your heart is beating fast, and you want to throw up, and you're just terrified. It's exactly as real as if you were in some